Yeah, I've cut my first batten, I'll call them, right along there, clamped it on, and I got a bit of a spacer. Took the advice from some smart fella who said the angle probably should be a bit steeper than I originally planned. So I've done that, and it leaves about that much between the bottom of where the roofing material will be and the top of the shed. But then of course there's a rib in the roofing material, so it'll sit up, I think it's about 15-20 mil, so it'll just be just shy of the top of the shed, which is perfect. And then one day I'm going to put another roof over the shed, which will overlap this roof that I'm putting here, but that's a job for later on. Now I'm just going to decide how many battens I need, I'm going to use the fascia for one, whether I need to put in 2 more or 3 more really is the question. So I'll work that out and then measure or mark where they've got to be, so they're spaced nice and evenly, and then work out how high they've got to be, and rip some boards down and good to go. Right, I'm going to go with 3 extra battens, so 4 in total. I've marked them out. See, marked out and measured them. They need to be 90 mil, 64 and 36. 90 is good because it's the standard size. Have to rip these ones down, no big deal. So there you go, 4 battens. All cut. Got to cut this little bit off here, the spacer. All cut with a fancy little angle on the end. Look at that, flash. I should have done this one to match, shouldn't I? Oh well, can always do it later. And from the inside, looks fairly unimpressive. This one's a bit out. Oops. There you go. It's going to look sort of like that, but with polycarbonate on top. Getting there now. I'm going to put them in the shed to dry out because it looks like it's going to rain again. Put them in the shed to dry out, and then when they're dry I'll paint them. Screw them on, and it's getting closer. Right, I've just come down here to get the last quarter of bucket and a big rock, and then that'll be it for mucking out this last jackhammering session. The next thing to do down here will be to get the jackhammer back down here and keep on chipping away along here mainly, but I'll probably also go around here a bit, do a bit everywhere really. Go around circles, probably making you all dizzy. So there's a bit of a lump there. So what I'll do, I might do it today, I might not. I'm going to put a nail up on the inside of that beam I'm pointing, and that'll be the reference. I'll put the tape measure on that and run it down to there as a bit of a reference of how deep I am. Haven't done much on the roof. It's been raining, and it's raining on and off. And the next thing I've got to do is paint the battens I've cut. So I don't want to paint them while it looks like rain, because I've got to paint them out in the open. I don't have enough undercover area to paint them, which sucks, but that's the way it is. So the roof's sort of on hold, ironically, because it's raining. Anyway, next thing, jackhammering, and don't forget to keep on digging. I'm going to get out of here.